Hello class 10th students. Today we are going to start the new chapter, that is the rise of nationalism in Europe. So first of all, the first topic is in this chapter is about the French Revolution and the idea of nation. Okay. So what is here that in the France is a country in the Europe. So in the France, what happened that there is a system of monarchy. There was a system of monarchy. So what that monarchy is that form of government, in which the king make the rules and regulation and not concern the welfare of the subjects, welfare of the citizens or the people who were living there. So that is why in 1789, by the afraid of and by the torture condition of the monarchy system, people started revolution, that is called the French Revolution, against this monarchy system. So 1789, what that 1789, that time that the French Revolution was occurred in France. Okay, so in 1789, France was under the rule of an absolute monarch. Okay, so that is in the despotism that where people are not having their own wishes. Okay, they are living according to the king. Okay, so now what happened that in 1789 they started the French Revolution. Now here what that people wanted democracy in the French Revolution, that is in 1789, people wanted democracy, and what that now they don't want monarchy. Okay, they wanted this democracy, that one language, one nation, constitution, and having the freedom of speech and expression. Okay, so this is that the French Revolution, when the political and constitutional changes that came in the wake of the French Revolution. So French Revolution led to the transfer of sovereignty from monarchy to a body of citizens. I am repeating again that what French Revolution led to the transfer of sovereignty from monarchy to a body of French citizens. Okay, so what it is that now people wanted democracy in the France and say goodbye to the monarchy. Now when the French Revolution occurred and going on, and then the democracy established. Okay, then what the major changes that come during the French Revolution? Okay, the major changes during French Revolution. So what is that the first is the power transfer from monarch to common people, means that power is transferred from monarchy to the common people. Means to the democracy, because the center of the democracy is the common people. Now what it is that second one brought new flag, that is tricolor flag. Okay, and what that third one is the French become the national language, the concept of one nation, one language. So here the French become the national language. Fourth one is the new national anthem and that composed and oath taken in the name of the country. In the name of the country. Each state journal elected by common people and renamed National Assembly. Okay, so here each state is the third state, this common people. So now that name change, and that is the name, that is National Assembly. Internal custom duties were abolished. That is effect on the trade, that if you are doing export and import of goods between two countries, between two states, so you give the taxes. Now that taxes abolished. Okay, now you can freely doing the trade between the two states and not paying the taxes. Clear? So what here the changes, that the transfer of power from monarchy to common people. Then the new flag, French become the national language. Then the national anthem and oath taken in the name of the country. National Assembly was also established, and the internal custom duties were abolished. Now, seventh one is that the nationalism idea taken abroad by French armies. Now French armies, what they were doing, that they were spreading the idea of nationalism between the various countries. Okay, into the various countries, they were carry the idea of nationalism. So with the outbreak of the Revolutionary Wars, the French armies began to carry the idea of nationalism abroad. Okay, now what happened? The main thing came here, that when all our people are happy in the democracy, then the Napoleon came here. Okay, then the Napoleon came here, and now what the Napoleon, first what, from monarchy, people what wanted democracy. Okay, and now they again, with the entry of Napoleon, they again back to monarchy, because Napoleon also as like the monarch king. So what, that now people again in the cage of the monarch. Okay, now here Napoleon ruling, that is 1799 to 1815, and in between that he was introduced a civil code of 1804, that was also called the Napoleon Code. Okay, so in between the 1799 to 1815, what, that the civil code of 1804, that is Napoleon Code, turn up, and what, that Napoleon Code did the various beneficial things in favor of citizens, but that favor is only for the few time, not for the longer time. And what, that favor also has some drawbacks also. Now let us see here that what are the benefits given by the Napoleon in the Napoleonic Code. Established equality before law. So what, that the established equality before law, all people are equal in front of law, whether it is a clergy class, whether it is a middle class, or whether it is a lower class. Okay, so all are equal in front of the law. Right to property means now you have the right to property. You can have their property with you and no one can snatch it. Okay, next one is the feudal system was abolished. Feudal system was abolished. So what that feudal system? Feudal system is that in which the large landowners give lands to the people, and the people work as the permanent servants on the lands. So that system abolished. Freed peasants from serfdom. Serfdom is that in which the people are giving money as a tax or revenue. Okay, so that system is also removed. People are free from the farmers free from giving the taxes. Then guild restriction. Guild means making association. So making association also removed. Okay, that restriction removed. Now you can make the associations. Transport and communication system were improved. Okay, transport and communication system were improved. So what is that? Here is the example of the feudal system, that what, that kings, nobles and the peasants. So these peasants are at the lower category. Okay, so what, that they are like the permanent servants of the nobles and the kings. So that is also abolished. And the serfdom, where they give the taxes and pay for the land, okay, that is also the peasants free. So these are what, these are the we can say the good things that was happened in the period of the Napoleon. Okay, that like establish equality before law, everyone has the right to property, feudal system also abolished, peasants now free, they are free to make the association, and the better transport and communication system. Now because of this civil code of 1804, the Napoleon become the superhero. Okay, the Napoleon become the superhero because of this civil code of 1804. Now, but there are some drawback of Napoleon rule. Okay, there are some drawback of Napoleon rule, and what, that increased tax. Okay, so all these people are now what, giving the increased tax. Okay, giving the increased tax. And what, that censorship were imposed, that now no one can write anything wrong about the Napoleon. That is the censorship. Okay, without permission of Napoleon, no press, no media, nothing can write wrong about the Napoleon. Now forced to join French army. Okay, forced to join French army. Now Napoleon forced the pupil that you have to join in the French army. People are sleeping at their home, but now he was forced them to join the French army. So there are these three things that are some drawbacks that made the Napoleon rule not acceptable. Okay, these are the drawbacks. So here we do the quickly revision, that 1789, that is the French Revolution. Napoleon rule from 1799 to 1815, and what come here, the civil code of 1804, that is also called the Napoleon Code. So from tomorrow we start from this mid 18th century, from 750 to 1815 society division.